Hi guys, I am in the Jinx library and I am sorry it took me so long to read chapter 24 of Out of My Mind. Got kind of crazy busy at home and didn't get up to school, but I'm here now, so I'm gonna read you chapter 24. It's kind of long. Remember, Melody and the team are at the contest. Let's see what happens. It's time. Camera's rolling, someone calls. In 5, 4, 3, 2, he points at a man on center stage. The moderator, a slim guy with hair that looks like it's been glued into place, brushes a speck off his tuxedo, adjusts his red striped tie, and begins speaking right on cue. "Good evening," he says in that perfectly modulated voice that announcers seem to be born with. "My name is Charles Kingsley, and I'd like to welcome you to the Whiz Kids Southeastern Ohio Regional Competition." Cheers all around. "In 2 weeks, the winner of this competition will travel to Washington, D.C. to represent our area at the national championships." More cheers. "We wish the best of luck to all our young competitors." The studio quiets. "The rules are simple," Mr. Kingsley explained. "Teams will be asked 25 questions. Each correct answer from each four-member team is worth 1 point. So the maximum total number team score is 100 points. He pauses so the cameras can show the scoreboard. Then he announces, "The 2 teams with the highest scores from all the preliminary rounds will meet for what we call a quiz-off, so total points are critical. The winner of the final set of quiz questions will be declared our local elementary school level champion and will proceed to the nationals in Washington. The team that emerges as the winner will appear live on national television on Good Morning America the next morning." Cheers and applause. "Our first 2 teams to compete tonight will be Woodlawn Elementary and Spalding Street Elementary. Take your places, ladies and gentlemen." The 4 contestants from Woodlawn and the other 3 members of our team walk into the testing area, waving for the cameras. Catherine rolls me to my position, makes sure I can easily reach the buttons, and then she gives me a quick hug and walks away. "I'd like to take a moment," Mr. Kingsley said, "to introduce you to a very special participant in our competition tonight. Her name is Melody Brooks." The cameras all point in my direction. The studio lights are incredibly bright and hot. I blink rapidly. I feel damp and sweaty. Although the other contestants will stand, Melody will be seated as she answers the questions. We've made adjustments to our answer board so that she can access the buttons, but nothing else. I hear she's a fierce competitor. I try to wave, but I figure I look goofy and wobbly, so I put my hand down. Rose stands next to me, with Connor in the middle and Claire on the far end. "I feel like I'm going to throw up," I hear Claire whisper. "Don't you dare," Connor hisses. "We'll start with a practice round so you can familiarize yourself with our button system. Everyone ready? Which of the following is a mammal? Cat, bird, turtle, spider." Everybody, including me, pushes A, of course, and the screens light up in front of us with the letter A. "Don't you wish all the questions would be that easy?" Mr. Kingsley asked, chuckling. "Yeah, right. Remember 2 things," he reminds everyone. First, this is a team competition, and second, this is not a test of speed, but accuracy. Teams get more points if all 4 contestants come up with the correct answer. And the 2 teams with the most points meet for the finals. Are we ready? "Ready," the 7 contestants on the stage answer. I hit the word "ready" on my board, but I decide to concentrate on the contest instead. Round 1 will have 25 questions. Let us begin. Number 1. I tense. Here we go. The average lifespan of an adult mayfly can range from A, 1 minute to 1 hour, B, 30 minutes to 1 day, C, 1 day to 1 week, and D, 2 weeks to 1 month. Bing, 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 bing. Everyone hits their buttons. Once the answers are locked in, the readouts are displayed. Everyone on our team answered B. 1 person on Woodland's team answered A. Mr. Kingsley smiles and said, "Woodland has 3 points and Spalding now has 4 with all the correct responses. We can do this. I can do this. Bring on the next one." Number 2, he intones. "The Battle of Lexington and Concord in the American Revolutionary War were fought in what year? A, 1774, B, 1775, C, 1776, D, 1771, 1777. I have no idea the answer to that. Do you? I don't. This one is a little tricky. I pressed B, however, so does everyone else. The score is now 7-8. Mr. Kingsley continues. In literature, the word oxymoron means which of the following? A, a combination of contradictory words. B, the outcome of a sequence of events. C, an implied reference to a literary or historical event. D, a symbolic story or narrative. I am fairly sure the answer is A, but that word could mean a big-headed crippled kid who thinks she can win in a national quiz competition. When the answers are shown on the screen, Connor got it wrong, and so did 2 members of the Woodland team. So the score is now set at Woodland 9, Spalding 11. We're still up, but we have 22 more questions to go. The next question, Mr. Kingsley said, deals with math. Oh crap, I think. I'm dead meat. There are 2,357 paintings in an art museum. The museum has 124 rooms, which is a reasonable estimate for the number of paintings in each room. A, 10, B, 20, C, 60, D, 200. Yep, dead rotten meat. Let's see, I've got to visualize the museum and the rooms and lovely paintings. How many in a room? Not sure. Divide one into what? Not sure. I'm gonna say 60. When the answer flashes B, I feel like an idiot. But Rose got it wrong too, and so did two kids on the Woodlands team. The score stands 13 to 11. By the time we get to the 25th question, I'm sweaty and thirsty, but I'm pumped. The lead bounced back and forth between the two teams a couple of times. Sometimes they were in front of us, and sometimes we forged ahead with points. I got most of the language arts answers right, but the math questions stumped me. Connor can't spell, so he missed several of those questions. Rose is weak in history. Claire has trouble with science. The Woodland team was about the same. Some kids good in some areas, others good in others. We now come to the final question for our first two teams, Mr. Kingsley announced. He clears his throat and begins. A weather event that measured 6.5 on a Richter scale would be A, tornado, B, hurricane, C, earthquake, D, tsunami. Bing, 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 bing. I punched C and relax. I did not have a tornado spaz. Connor, Rose, and Claire all got the final question correct as well. Two people on the Woodland team answered hurricane instead. When the results are tallied, our team has a total of 81 points. Woodland ends up with 77. Congratulations, Spalding, Mr. Kingsley says with a polished smile. The two highest scoring teams will meet for the final round later. Good luck, and we hope to see you again. Victory for round one. As the show breaks for a commercial, we are all escorted to a special waiting room in the back. The students from Woodland look really disappointed. That's it for them for the whole competition. All they can do now is watch as the second two teams head to the stage for their session under the lights. Mom, Dad, Penny, Miss V, and Catherine are all waiting for me in the back room, hugging and kissing me like I've won the lottery or something. Catherine does a little happy dance. Dad tells me he filmed the whole thing on his camcorder. You rocked, Melody, Mrs. V shouted. I'm so proud of you, sweetie, my mom says. Can I have a Coke? I type as quickly as I can. I feel breathless. Everyone laughs as Catherine rushes to find me a paper cup for the sodas that are sitting on ice in the waiting room for the contestants. Mom pours dribbles of the ice-cold Coke into my mouth, one sip at a time, making sure I don't spill on my shirt. I am so thirsty. I don't even care that people from the other teams are staring at me. Mr. Dimming, after talking to Rose and Connor and Claire, beams over to us beaming. This is such a thrill, Melody. You were amazing out there. I am so proud of our team and extremely proud of you. Thanks, I tap. What's next? We wait for the next teams to compete, and then we'll meet and beat the other high-scoring teams and pack our bags for Washington. Don't pack yet, I type with a grin on my face. I've been packed for 10 years, he tells me. I've been waiting for the right team. This is our year. I just know it. He wanders off to talk to other parents. I've never thought about what teachers dream about. I had no idea what a big deal this was for him. Rose comes over and squats next to Penny. I like your hat, she tells Penny, who is holding Doodle closely and wearing a polka dot hat with a red feather. Woosie, Penny says gleefully. Who's my favorite baby girl? Rose says in a wispy voice. Woosie, Penny repeats. You did really good, Melody, Rose says to me. You too, I type. You think we have a chance for the finals? Yep. In Washington? Yep, I type. And being on Good Morning America? Oh yeah, I type. Claire stands on the other side of the room with her parents, but Connor ambles over and stands next to Rose. You're okay, Melody, he said. You beat me on a couple of those. You rock in math, I type. I know, he replies with a grin, but I still can't spell. I hope they don't have any spelling questions on the finals. I gotta go to the bathroom, Rose said suddenly. I am so nervous about the finals. She hurries out. I know what she means. Butterflies, moth, giant bumblebees flutter inside of me. When we were on camera, I felt like it took a million years to complete our round. But in just a few minutes, the second set of contestants come back to the waiting room. The school with the little crowns won round 2 with 79 points. Then, within another half hour, Edison Elementary clinches the third round with a score of 80. Finally, a school called Perry Valley wins the fourth round with 82 points, just one more point than us. I watched them, Mrs. V tells me, when they troop back in the room, excited and victorious. They're very good. Should we worry, I ask? Of course not. Our team is the best because they have a secret weapon, you. Suddenly, there's a rush of activity in the room as the stagehands come to get us. Perry Valley and Spalding Street, we need you back on cameras for the finals. You are two top scoring schools. Congratulations. We hurry back to our places. The lights seem brighter this time. Mr. Kingsley returns to his position, gets his microphone adjusted by the stage crew, and shouts, "Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final round of our regional Whiz Kids competition. The winners of this round will represent us all in Washington, D.C. in just 2 weeks. All members of the winning team, along with their chaperones, will receive an all-expense-paid trip to our nation's capital, 3 nights in a hotel, and tours of the city." Trophy, trophy, someone yells. Oh, the famous Whiz Kid Championship Award. The winning team in Washington gets to take home that huge golden trophy. They receive a guest appearance on Good Morning America, and the school will receive a check for $2,000 to be used for academic endeavors. Lots of whoops at that. Let us begin. Teams, are you ready? Ready, they all reply. I am ready too. What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to win? I do. I hope they do anyway. It would be kind of sad to go through all that and not win. Stay safe, work hard on your schoolwork, either online or paper-based. If you have paper-based, bring it back up to school, like I said, so your teachers can get you some grades. School's open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 1. Stay safe. I miss you a bunch. Bye.